Hi, everybody. I'm Jean Ketcham, CEO of Aging But Dangerous. And oh boy, do we ever have a special guest today. It is Ralph Scorpio. He's the director of the Sisters of St. Joseph Ministries Foundation. And they have been our partners for ever since we've been in business, almost about 8 years at least. And they are just a delight to work with. And Ralph he really is just so much fun. I don't want him to get too serious today, but he is going to give us a lot of information because we need to know more about the sisters. ABD knows a lot about them, but we need to get the word out because it's such a special foundation, and we really want everybody to know about it. So, Ralph, welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
All right. Well, tell us about the Sisters of St. Joseph Ministries Foundation.
Well, first of all, I want to make a big disclaimer, Jean. I know you know this, but I want to make sure everybody else knows. I am not a Sister of St. Joseph, but I work very closely with them, and I have worked for years. And so, and my job with the Sisters of St. Joseph Ministries Foundation is to raise money to support the Sisters community-based programs. And the Sisters are involved in several projects in our community that bring help and hope to people in need. They've been doing this for 165 years in St. Paul, and they want to continue to do this. And so the foundation raises money so we can continue.
Wow. 165 years.
Yes.
That's a long time.
They were here before St. Paul was a city.
Wow.
River, and downtown St. Paul has a nice plaque on a rock monument acknowledging their arrival in November of 1851.
Right. Well, so what do they do, Ralph? What are all the things that they do in the community?
So mainly the sisters have always been invested in healthcare, education, and spirituality work in the Twin Cities. When they arrived in St. Paul, they established a school, St. Joseph's Academy. I know probably some of your members are alumni of St. Joseph's Academy. However, a couple of years later, a cholera epidemic took over, and they turned that into a hospital, which was actually the founding of St. Joseph's Hospital. That was back in 1853. So ever since then, the sisters have always been invested in healthcare and education, and in the last several decades, spirituality work. And so now the sisters who taught many of our parents and grandparents in parochial schools around the Twin Cities have moved out of the schools and started ministries for the next immigrants, the people in need now. And so we have a school in South Minneapolis that helps new immigrants learn math, reading, citizenship. We have a program for women who are coming from overseas that need a place to stay while they get their asylum and their other papers in order and need a place to live and heal. And we have a great program for young women called our St. Joseph Worker Program.
I know, I love that one.
It's a year of service, but also a year of living closely with the sisters and learning what their mission is all about, and so they can carry that forward into the world.
So Ralph, how has this, what a great time to be talking about, the immigrants and helping them and everything. How has all this, we don't want to get in politics, but how has all this political stuff affected your mission and your program with the immigrants?
That's a great question, Jean. I think one of our biggest ministry is St. Mary's Health Clinics, which after the sisters founded hospitals and worked hospitals for 100 years, they moved out of the hospital setting to find other people that are in need of health care. And these days, those people are immigrants, particularly Latino immigrants, who are left out of the healthcare system. And so the sisters kind of move in saying, here's an unmet need. Here are people who need our help. We don't care. Sisters don't care about the politics of this. They know people need healthcare. We're here to provide it. And so that's what we do, provide free healthcare to people without health insurance.
Wow. And that, that is so important.
And that number is growing.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
Yeah. Good. Okay. And the sisters are big in spirituality. You had mentioned I'm so interested in that too. How do you define spirituality in your, with the sisters?
Well, I'll tell you how the sisters work toward, their spirituality ministry is called Wisdom Ways Center for Spirituality, and it's really about opening up spiritual experiences for people who are searching for something, maybe something they're not finding in their parish or their other church or their faith community, whatever it is. We have great programs and workshops all year round. We have a great catalog we can send to anybody who wants one. And basically what they're looking at, the intersection of spirituality and justice, often from a feminist and an ecological perspective. So where all of those key pieces integrate and come together, that's where you'll find Wisdom Ways really pushing the questions that people are wanting to explore in their lives.
So the spirituality is not all about religion.
No, it's not all about religion at all. It's really about helping people find their place in life and finding a more meaningful way to live their lives more fully. Mm-hmm. Whatever their God is, whatever their religion is, whatever their philosophy is or theology, it's really helping people move that forward in their own lives.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, people can participate and contribute, and that's just so important, Ralph, for us to get that out there with our social media and all the things that we do with you guys. I know I'm donating to. I want you to go over again the specific different programs. Just talk about. Okay. Just give their titles.
Sure. So Learning in Style School is our school for adult immigrants in Minneapolis.
Okay.
Sarah's and Oasis for Women is our home for women, mostly refugee, asylum-seeking women, many who have experienced trauma, to come and heal, get their lives back in order before they move on and work toward becoming integrated into American society. So it's a place to heal for them. St. Joseph Worker Program is our program for mainly recent college graduate young women to work in service and also live in community with the sisters, alongside the sisters. St. Mary's Health Clinics provides health care for uninsured people throughout our 7-county metro area. Mm-hmm. Wisdom Way Center for Spirituality is our offerings for the wider community. It's not based on income or economic need. It's for everybody to come and really find nourishment.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so all those different ones. So how can people participate?
Well, the best thing to do, what we'd love to do is take people on a tour of our ministries to show you what we're all about. The first place to get a taste of that is check out our website, csjministriesfoundation.org. And if you check that out, we show you what the ministries are, and there's also a place to communicate with us so we can line you up and take you to see these great programs. Often we find out people like to support everything the sisters do. Other people like to say, oh, I like that one project better than the other, so I think I'll support that one, and really get invested in one of our programs, which is great too. So we have events throughout the year too. We have a main event in the spring called the Carondelet Gala. This year it will be May 8th, Friday, May 8th. We're excited about it. It's a great way to learn more and participate and see our ever-widening community of people who are invested in this also. You know, we're not going away. We have lots of people who join us in this work, and we always are looking for more people.
Well, and you know that we love that gala. That is just so great. And we will be, ABD will be really on top of all these different things that you're doing. People just need to go to our event calendar, and then we publicize it quite a bit. But we really, everybody, we want to get a table of aging but dangerous women at that gala. Every year we're trying to get, as many as we can to go. But what I am so interested in, Ralph, is the donations and the average gift. I know I just signed up. I know we've been together. You and I have been together for years. But honestly, this was the first time I signed up to give. And I can't believe I haven't, but I think it goes back to with a lot of people is they just don't take the time. They just don't think about it. And we have to keep reminding people that this is the only way that you all can stay in business is if you get the money and you get donations. So I supported the Oasis, but I want to do another one so we can go on and support any one of the programs that we want to separately, right?
So if you go online, on our Donate Now button online, it opens the page where you can give, and you can give monthly and then forget about it for the rest of your life. We'll never ask you until your credit card expires. That's the easiest way to do it. I think that's what you're doing now, and isn't that easy?
It's very well. I just have it taken out of my bank account.
Right? Isn't that perfect?
It's
If you want to
perfect.
do it with your charge card, you get miles. I see it all works.
Yeah.
But online, we have a page to donate, and you can check it unrestricted, which we use for any need that we see, or you can check off a specific. You can write in a specific ministry that you prefer to support.
Okay, that's what
Anyway, it all works.
that's what I was wondering. And then, of course, the Oasis has that wonderful breakfast that's free, and they in the spring. You know, when do they have that in the spring?
It's in June. Yeah.
And they tell you all about that program and everything. All right. So what I want you to tell everybody what the average gift is, because this blew me away.
So we have most of our donors are making gifts in the $100 range. We have certainly several donors in the $1,000 and multi-thousand range, but not as many as we need. But basically, we're very accessible for people to donate what they can, and a lot of gifts are $50, $100, sometimes $200. If you can give monthly, people do $10 a month. They do $15 a month, and that works out really well too. You almost, I mean, I think you will admit too, you kind of don't even notice anymore, do you, Jean?
Well, I don't, and honestly, I don't. I mean, it's like $25 a month. I just get, you know, I just can't believe it. It's just so easy. And like I say, you just have to sit down and make yourself do it because it's such a good cause.
So in addition to that kind of giving, we'd also like people to participate with us. I think if you can follow us or retweet the tweets that we do or follow you on Facebook when you follow us, I think as long as we can continue that, you know, let's spread the word.
Yeah, we've got to spread the word. We just, every year we work on that so hard, don't we? And it's all of us, you guys and us, and we just have to get that word out. I think some of it's sinking in.
And I think we're a perfect match for Aging But Dangerous members. I think it fits what a lot of your members think about and what they see is important in our community. I think the sisters are probably the original Aging But Dangerous people, if I can say that without getting fired. But I think they're out there. They want to make this community a better place for everybody, and they need your support. So please help us.
Yes, that's for sure. Well, we're coming to the end. Is there anything else that you would like to touch on before we go?
The only thing I'd like to say, too, besides money, I think it's really important that we grow our community of supporters and members. And so I would like to meet and find a way to meet more of your members, and maybe there's a way we can connect. I think we have a big story to tell, and I'd love to tell it.
You do, and then that's what we're going to work on, Ralph. We're really going to work on that this year. You know, it's just, well, we're going to work on trying to get you more money, and we're going to work at just like, you know, really trying to get people involved and get over there and check it out. Because we've had some fabulous get-togethers with you guys, and we're just going to really get going on that. So
yeah, let's be one big happy family.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, thanks. Thank
you. Have a great day.
Okay, you too.